Once upon a time, in a poor village, there lived an old couple who were kind and honest. They lived under a giant banyan tree and longed for a child, but many years passed and they remained childless. One night, the husband had a dream in which a heavenly being appeared and told him that he would be blessed with a son. Not long after, his wife became pregnant and gave birth to a handsome, healthy boy. They named him Thach Sanh. Sadly, their happiness was short-lived. Both parents passed away when Thach Sanh was still young, leaving him to live alone under the banyan tree. He survived by hunting and gathering in the forest. But Thach Sanh was no ordinary boy. He was taught martial arts and magical powers by a heavenly being, and was gifted a magical bow and arrows. One day, a wine merchant named Thach passed by the forest. Seeing that Thach Sanh was strong and honest, he pretended to become his sworn brother, but deep down, he only wanted to use him for his own gain. Not long after, a man-eating ogre began terrorizing the nearby village. Every year, a person had to be sacrificed to keep the monster satisfied. Thach tricked Thach Sanh into taking his place as the offering. But Thach Sanh was brave. He entered the ogre's cave, fought the monster, and defeated it with his magical bow, freeing the people from fear. Instead of giving credit to Thach Sanh, Thach claimed the victory for himself and ordered the cave sealed to hide the truth. Sometime later, the princess was kidnapped by a giant eagle. The whole kingdom was in chaos. No one dared to rescue her, except Thach Sanh. With just his axe in hand, he followed the eagle's trail deep into the forest. After a fierce battle, Thach Sanh wounded the eagle and rescued the princess. But just as they escaped the cave, Thach appeared once again and pushed Thach Sanh into a deep pit, then claimed he was the one who saved the princess. Fortunately, Thach Sanh survived thanks to the heavenly magic protecting him. Meanwhile, the princess, though returned to the palace, suddenly became mute and emotionless, as if holding in a deep sadness. One day, Thach Sanh played a magical lute that had been given to him by the gods. The music echoed across the kingdom and reached the palace. The moment the princess heard it, she burst into tears and spoke again, revealing the truth: it was Thach Sanh who had truly saved her. The king immediately ordered an investigation. Thach's crimes were exposed. As he fled, a thunderstorm rolled in, and lightning struck him down, turning him to ashes. Thach Sanh was cleared of all blame. The king married his daughter to him and made him a royal prince. But peace didn't last long. A neighboring kingdom, jealous of Thach Sanh's fame, declared war and demanded that he be handed over. Thach Sanh didn't fight with swords or spears. Instead, he sat down and played his magical lute. The music was so enchanting that the invading army dropped their weapons and surrendered. Even the enemy general was deeply moved and asked for peace. From then on, the two kingdoms lived in harmony. Later, the king passed the throne to Thach Sanh. Under his rule, the land was peaceful, the people were prosperous, and all remembered him as the heroic man who once lived under a banyan tree. And people always told his story with this lesson: those who live honestly and kindly will always be rewarded. But those who lie and deceive will surely face consequences.